I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Colby and Chip.
Finally, somebody uses our, well, Gershok does it, but, so we've got a $75 Patreon partner tier where, we can get local bands,
Some exposure.
the exposure they deserve.
So people will hear them more so than what they're,
Right.
may or may not be getting right now, but
Right.
definitely it's another fan base, possibly, so that's cool.
But everybody's been doing the little life hack thing and saying that their local band like Meshuggah or whatever needs to be heard. So shout out to this band, Horizon Ignited, I think is the name of the band,
Yep,
which is
Horizon Ignited.
pretty good band. Look, here's the thing. We cannot guarantee that we will like your song.
Right.
So just because you do the $75 tier, we're going to give you the no BS assessment from our perspective. Sorries. Okay. So this is...
But even if we don't like it, like, there's been stuff that we're like, oh my gosh, we don't like that. And people are like, F you, that's the best.
Well, yeah.
So it gets you the exposure, and even if we don't like it, other people will still disagree with us. People don't just agree with us because we're Vin and Sori.
Well, people disagree with us because we're Vin and Sori.
Right.
It's a more accurate way
They
to
disagree
say.
with us because Vin.
There's also been times when we've really loved the band and other people have been like, oh, no, they suck, blah, blah, blah. So, look, there's no guarantee.
That's true, too.
There's no guarantee. It's a cold world out there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is, what it is.
Comment section can be nasty.
Yeah. Just ignore the comment section if it's not going good for you, big homies. All right, so this is Horizon Ignited, Equal in Death. They are a...
melodic death
metal band from Finland. Let's go.
Oh, they released their debut album January 31st. And this is from off of that, I believe.
Okay.
And go.
Oh, it's the official video?
What?
It's a little static thing. Done.
That was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I liked them.
I liked the musicianship a lot. The lyrics, though, were... I wanted more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the lyric person. I liked the sound.
First chorus, and then it, you know, I wanted more, guys. Go ahead.
I liked the vocals.
Yeah.
Especially the singing part of the vocals. I really enjoyed those.
Whoever they're pretty lucky to have that vocalist.
Keep that guy, or those guys. I don't know how many people did that part. The only line that like actually stuck out to me, it was actually the last line listed here, as the ashes bury the ground. I thought that was unique because the ground always buries other things. But right. to talk about ashes burying the ground, usually people say it covers the ground.
Right.
But I was like, oh, that's pretty unique to say it buried.
Well, I had like a nuclear type of Holocaust type of thing, so like everything got nuked. So like you're covered in ash, but in that sense, the ash is buried in the ground. Yeah. Good irony.
Yeah.
Lyrics, which is why I'm like, I needed more lyrics. I don't verse chorus stuff. I have a hard time with. If there isn't some sort of, what do you call it, variation.
Yep.
And the concept of equal in depth, I felt like there's a lot of places lyrically where they could have went. But right from the beginning, music-wise, it gets you.
Yeah.
It like immediately, like once it starts, it's like, okay, here we go. It was kind of like, what was that band? I think it was In Flames is the name of the band. And they were, what's up, Grace? What's up, Martin? She just randomly started talking to us. She looks happy. Shout out to them. Yeah, so music-wise, it was crazy. It was like start to finish. I love the music. Love the little solo. Definitely wanted to hear more of that. The structure of the song, though, and the lack of lyrics hurt it a little bit for me. But yeah, you seem like you really enjoyed the song.
I did, but you know what? I don't feel like that the music video fits the song. Like, I felt like the way that they sounded, it was a very mature sound.
Right.
And the video was not. And, like, so, like, the video, if it's got, like, a jokey edge to it, which they're probably, like, jokey people and they have a good time together.
Right.
But I felt like the song had, I don't know lyrically what it was about. That we'll have to go over. But to me, like, what it sounded like just had a very mature sound to it.
Right.
And so I thought it clashed with the actual video.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and then I thought to myself, well, when you're just starting out, because they're not big yet, inshallah they get bigger after they come onto our channel, I understand that part of it, what you're saying, but what happens is when you're not big, you don't have a major budget so that you could shoot an epic video.
No, you could just do the same thing where you're showing the different artists, but all of them are serious.
Well, what I would have liked to have seen would have been just a live, would have been a performance of the song.
Yeah.
Just them with their instruments and then going for it and then center. Because the other thing is, I want to see them in action.
Yeah.
Like,
they did a couple clips like that.
Yeah, a couple like rocking like in action. Like,
right.
And that doesn't take a lot of money, and that would have been cool. Because sometimes when I see that happen, that actually bumps up the
for sure.
The rating for me. So I see that part. I saw that part of it from the video. I was going back and forth, but then I thought to myself, well, you know, it's kind of a lower budget type of thing. But yeah, I think if you wanted to show their personalities, just shoot a home video and have a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But for the video, I would have loved to have seen them like in action, rocking, like feeling the music.
Yeah.
Because that's a big component of rock and roll.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's the live performance. Rap, not so much. Like with rap, it's like
it's a lot of
you can act. Usually, the fans act out the song better than the
the actual artist.
The artist, you know.
Yeah.
But with metal, it's like you know, I want to see them like convicted by the music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so lyrically, it's interesting. I see the end of times as the beast will rise, nothing left but sin. We mortals cannot win.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So that's really interesting, right? Because the beast is, you know, it's most people assume that that's talking about the Antichrist.
Yeah. And the end of the world.
And the end of the world and all that.
Well, he said, I see the end of times.
Right. And it's we mortals cannot win because you're fighting a supernatural, you're dealing with a supernatural being. And so, and then it goes to the bury me alive, all men are equal in death.
Jeez.
I'm still alive, but no one will be saved. That's pretty crazy. So it's like if you were one of those, of course we believe that the future is actually very, very bright.
Right.
But if you were one of those people that like went into a trance like a Nostradamus or whatever, and then you ended up seeing the future and it wasn't very bright, that would suck. Mm-hmm. You know, because as I heard like the first couple parts, I was like, what would that be like to like? There's this clip in Terminator where we haven't watched Terminator 2 yet.
Right.
Have we? No, we haven't. There's this clip in Terminator 2 where everybody's playing on this park, this swing set or whatever, and then the main character sees the nuclear holocaust coming, and then everything gets turned into ash. So like all the kids and the moms and everything, like it was like.
It was a vision?
Well, yeah, because she knows it's called T2 Judgment Day.
Okay.
So she knows that this is coming if she doesn't stop the whatever. Mm-hmm. We should watch it pretty soon here. Yeah. I think it's on Vudu, isn't it?
I think so. I think I did see it.
Shout out to the big homie Chad. Love you very much, buddy. Appreciate you.
Love your pals, bud.
But like, so she sees like this, and then everybody is dead or whatever, and then she goes back to and I think she actually has a meltdown and starts screaming and says, you guys have no idea what's coming.
Oh my word.
But it's like, what would that be like?
Yeah.
To really like have that vision, know definitively that that's gonna happen, and then everybody's walking around like
everything's good.
Like it's all good, and you know no one will be saved, but you're still alive. Like that would be crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like what would you say?
No, you're right.
What would you say? How would you interact with people? Yada yada yada.
Well, it's kind of weird that you say that because our theology growing up was that basically that was going to happen, and it didn't like. I guess it depends on when you ask me. I mean, there was phases of my life where I was like, it gave me this real panic, like, oh my gosh, we have to make sure everybody's saved, and like, that's why you're cramming your religion, down people's throats, because you don't want anything bad to happen to them, And so, be it fear or whatever tactic you have, get them in,
Right.
But then there was other times where it was just kind of like you were so used to hearing it that it was almost like, remember in the Holocaust when the bodies would just be like stacked there, and they said they stopped seeing it. Like it was there, but they just stopped. The brain stopped saying, "Oh my gosh, this is the horror," So I almost think that the kind of similar thing happened with that theology. Like you thought, "Oh, the end of the world is going to happen. All the Christians are going to be taken away." We don't believe that this is how it's going to go now, but all the Christians are going to be taken away, and it's just going to be this how he worded it. There's nothing left but sin. Mm-hmm. That's all that's left, and those people are going to suffer. But it just became like, well, that's just
right.
What can you do?
Right. Right.
So you ask the question, and it's like, I kind of thought like that, and then I had both ways of reacting to it. But if I thought that now, that'd be pretty horrible.
Our YouTube channel would be much different. Like countdown to oblivion.
Yeah.
You people. Yeah. It definitely does change your outlook on how to engage people for sure. I need you to show me all the things you kept from me. Show me my end as the ashes bury the ground. I feel like, and then all you do is like keep me down, kill my hopes. All my dreams will now come to an end. They'll come to an end.
Yeah, see, that's a very serious thing to say.
What?
What he's saying. You only lie to me. You keep me down. You kill my hopes. So, again, I don't think that matches the video.
Well, it looks like there's two people talking here. Like it looks like the first person is saying, "I've seen the end of times. There's nothing left." Da 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 da. And then it's this very terrible outlook on the world. And then the other character, who I'm assuming is the protagonist, is saying, "Okay, show me all these things that you kept from me.
Oh.
All right, show me this end of the world thing." And then it's basically, you're just full of shit. You're just saying that to keep me down and kill my dreams or whatever. You're saying that this horrible apocalypse is going to happen so that I don't look with hope at my future.
Yeah.
And because I have these dreams, you have this perspective on life, and you want me to follow you, but it's a lie. I don't believe that it's going to be like that.
Oh.
I'm going to follow my dreams. I think that that's where he's going. You know, like, I think that that's what he's trying to say, because that's the only way I can connect the apocalyptic stuff that happens up here with the you know, chorus about, you know, you're trying to kill my hopes and all you do is lie. You see what I'm saying? Because it's very convenient.
Yeah, but it says, as the ashes bury the ground, so the person was right. It is the end.
No, he's saying, show me my end as the ashes bury the ground. He's like, show this to me if that's really going to happen. I'm taking the as the ashes bury the ground in the context of show me this thing happening when it's actually going to happen.
Yeah, that's not how I see it. I see it as the ashes are already covering the ground, and then he's like, you didn't tell me everything. Like, tell me.
Well, I mean, the guy said up here pretty much the end of time. The beast will rise.
It said
nothing left but sin. He probably had a religious upbringing, and people were telling him that his music was devil music and that he was playing into the hands of the Antichrist.
It could be, yeah.
But I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, there's people. I'm watching this guy, and he's talking about small YouTubers.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are people who, and I'm pretty sure we're still a small YouTube.
No, I would think so, yeah.
But there are people who, they don't even dare to go out and dream about stuff. And they love to talk about all the reasons why the people that do dream won't make it.
Yeah.
You know? So it looks to me like he's dealing with that type of person.
Yeah, it could be.
Why are you smiling?
Because if we weren't doing YouTube and somebody came to me and they were like, I'm going to go full time off YouTube, I'd be like, pipe dream. Never going to happen.
Yeah, and people love doing that to people. They love going, and destroying. Well, you guys were out with the DMV and Johan said he's going to be a YouTuber?
Yeah.
And then the lady was like laughing at him, like, ha 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 ha. It's like, okay. All right.
But, well, it's funny because her
whatever you say.
Her basis for that was the unmotivated kids she has in her household. You know.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Well,
of the story.
she didn't say that, but she was like, my grandkids think that they're going to be able to just play video games and have a YouTube channel. And so, like, she's probably looking at her kids and thinking, they're only sitting around just playing video games.
Yeah, her kid might be ninja. Her kid might be some major person. How would she know? Her grandkids might be huge YouTubers.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there's some kid, the highest grossing YouTuber is some kid that does, you know, toys or whatever.
Yeah.
He reviews toys and millionaires, 8 years old. So it's like, but people love to do that. They love to destroy other people's dreams and come up with all different, you know, in this situation it's pretty serious or whatever, but there's always somebody that wants to kill your hopes and dreams and try to make you give up because they gave up.
Right. I was going to say, I think it's coming from something in them.
Yeah, they gave up and they've been jaded by life, so now they want you to follow in their little whatever.
Right.
And you best believe that religious people do that, like, more than anybody else. And they'll use their stupid spirituality to justify their pessimistic view in the world and try to infect you with their dark understandings of things. It's ridiculous. There aren't, you know, we talked about this before we shot the video. One of the things that really gets me is people with entitlement.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I have no time. And then people that want to crush other people's dreams. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. Especially when they're not the type. You just lived your ordinary life, and then now you're going to tell somebody that got some stars in their eyes that they can't make it. Like, get out of here. Like, be realistic and say, well, you need to work your ass off if you, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like we tell Dorian all the time, like, oh, you're going to be an NFL quarterback. Okay, well, you need to be fucking working your ass off right now.
Right.
Because...
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I love that concept. That's why I'm like a little bit annoyed that you guys didn't write more lyrics. Tell us how close we were. All right, what do you rate the song?
I don't know if it's fair, but I always have two scales. One that's like literally local band, and one is that's like professional people that have been in this.
These guys sound
for a while.
professional.
They really
though.
do. Yeah.
You can hear this on the radio.
Yeah.
You
they
put this
really
on the radio
do.
right now.
Right. They didn't
Alright,
have
rate
an
the song.
amateur sound. 9.
I gave it a 7.8. I need to hear more from y'all. So there you are.
So I think no, they didn't send me a link. They didn't send me a link for how you can find.
They didn't send a link, and they didn't send us a shirt or anything.
If you guys want,
Send us shirts.
if you guys want to,
Free promotion of your band.
okay, if you guys want
I'll wear
to,
it.
put a comment down there and we'll pin
Wear
it
a
if you, so it'll let people know where to find you.
Wear a shirt.
They can do that, right?
Get us a shirt.
Vin wants a shirt. I'll take one too if you guys have them.
Advertising your band.
Okay.
Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.